Hello everyone, Ultimate Steve here, and welcome back to episode 5 of Even Back. So I don't really have anything expressly planned for this episode, but I did, off camera, I do think I managed to fix the paramotor design. So basically now the standard procedure is you're going to switch this to 2.3 and attempt a vertical takeoff. And once you're fast enough, you can decrease this back to 1.9. And we weren't fast enough there. Of course, this might be different on Eve, but I can reconfigure it on Eve if I need to. I did it wrong again. And eventually, when you're fast enough, you can deploy the chute, and then enter full-on paramotor mode. And after you limit the revolutions per minute of this, I had it lower, but it interfered with takeoff. So now the maximum speed of the glider, the paramotor, is roughly 40 meters per second. And as for landing, you just turn off the propeller and just come to a halt. As long as you do it mostly level, you shouldn't have a problem. So the eagle-eyed among you will have noticed that there is only room in the payload bay of the rocket plane for either the paramotor or the exploration plane, and I have decided to include the exploration plane on the mission. However, I do think I will also bring the paramotor along with whatever base I end up designing, so I can fly it around the base and look cool like that. Because this one is much more suited for looking cool. However, it does kind of look a little bit messy right now, so I will do my best to attempt to clean up its looks. Okay, assuming nothing clips into the Kerbal's head, I do believe this looks way better. I'm going to pull these up by just a smidge. Can I be precise enough to land on the helipad? There's very little margin between slow enough to land and falling out of the sky. Oop. So yes, I landed it there, it just didn't stay there. Anyway, now I need to decide what I'm going to do for the base. So there's at least going to be two things I need. I might be able to combine them into one thing. But I want a mobile, habitation base, and I also want a mobile refueling base. I think I'm going to start with the habitation base, because I want this to be relatively near to the ascent vehicle. Or maybe I could have a stationary... No. Okay, hold on. I can make it a stationary base if I land it precisely, and I need wings to land it precisely. So I kind of want it to be like a plane thing, kind of. So I can land it at the top of the hill. And then the actual thing that transports the crew around, I'll have a crew transport rover for all that. So I need three things. I need a crew transport rover, an airplane base, and a mobile refueling thing. How about we do something with a big Mark III cockpit? Then we'll have the base utility section in there with a science lab, with batteries. I mean, is there any other type of batteries besides electrical batteries? Probe core, because this is going to have to go down to the surface on its own. Solar panels. Then we'll have two ladders. In order to make this a proper base, it'll need to have stands. And then we'll want an antenna, because these guys will really want to phone home. Also, sorry for, I know this side of me is pure weight. It's just because it's day now. And I usually record late at night. Let's add some of these cargo containers. I haven't really used them much. So you're probably thinking, hey Steve, how are you going to land this on Eve with wings if it doesn't have landing gear? Well, the answer is that I'm not going to land with wings. I'm going to take parachutes and I'm going to use them after I use wings to get close enough. I don't want this to go anywhere, basically. If I use wheels, I don't really trust wheels very much, given all the times they've messed them up in development. So I prefer for my base to be directly resting on the ground. I could use jettisonable wheels, but that could be a headache. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have parachutes, and I'm going to have detachable wings on this side. It doesn't have to fly very well, it just has to fly well enough to get us into the spot that we're going for. Where's the big delta wings? There's the big delta wings. I'm going to add, these things won't be detachable, but if I really need to, I can remove them on EVA. And by the way, I did turn advanced tweakables on, so I'm going to auto strut these to the heaviest part, because I'm also going to auto strut these, because it is going to be pretty floppy. I'm going to move this up so the centers are good, and I'm actually going to move these back as far as it'll go without looking goofy. Alright, let's test this. So we want, this isn't the final rocket, and because of the wings, which are going to be a huge problem, I'll side mount the boosters so they go up above it, so we might be able to be slightly stable. They're going to be far off because the antenna is so big, so it's going to float, but this is just a temporary rocket, it doesn't matter. Alright, we're going to launch this into orbit, or near orbit, and see if it re-enters well. And if that's good, we'll ship it to Eve. So in the transfer window, before we send the crew, I'm going to send the 3 base modules, which are the rover, the base, and the ISRU. And then I will probably also send the exploration plane then. I might think of something else to do. I might do a small boat, I'm not sure. I might try and build a submarine, that'd be cool. And then in the next window, I'll launch the crew with their own descent pod. Oh right, I also have to launch the ascent vehicle, I forgot about that. Anyway, let's do a test.
This is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
Okay, it's pretty stable looking so far. And now that I don't have engine control, it flips, but that doesn't matter. Because we don't need the control anymore. Okay, are we going to be able to... Oop, that's... bunk. Scratch! Okay, we're good now. Okay, we're in orbit now. And now we have to... We probably won't have too much fuel left when we get there, so we won't be able to like, do a super harsh deorbit burn. So we'll try and do it minimal and do most of the aiming with the plane portion. And it looks like we are coming in a little high, so I will face... And why are you not steering right? Okay, those panels on the bottom might be... Okay, I'm going to turn off physics warp because this is going to be much more difficult to control than I had previously anticipated. And if that is burning up at Kerbin, it's definitely going to burn up at Eve, so we do need to pack a lot of fuel to slow down. The yaw is definitely... Okay, control's being weird, but it doesn't need to fly well, it just needs to fly well enough. And this is suitable. Of course, this is a bit intense, but there won't be people on this for the descent. So there's room enough here for 22 people. That's almost 3 seats per person, because there's 8 people. But, you know, if someone really gets fed up with everything, they can sleep in the descent vehicle of the rover, or in the ascent vehicle. So there's plenty of living space for people. They can go to the plane. And plus, like, a couple people will be out on business, like with the lathe plane. Not the lathe plane, the thing plane. The exploration plane, the rocket plane. It's like, yes, it's kind of cramped, but you know, whatever. There's other places to go other than this. I'm not, and then the mining rover will probably have seats in it too, so there's plenty of space. Okay. Oh right, I forgot that I was aiming for the assembly building and not the runway. I was kind of on about there, so we won't get there. But assuming I know better what I'm doing when I actually get there, we'll need some speed to pull this off. So I'm actually just gonna do it right here because we need speed up, and then we need to ditch these and then deploy the chutes. Can't deploy while stowed. I'll need to fix that. Open, deploy. Can I redeploy? I mean, hey, it still worked. Okay, I need to fix that. Off we go. This plane very much reminds me of the Humblebee from Custer's the graphic novel series on the forums. So as far as crew complement on this, I do want at least 2 scientists. I do want at least 2 engineers. Because 2 scientists to man the lab, even though it doesn't mean anything, because we're in sandbox mode, and then 2 engineers because oh, and now it's unstable. What exploded? Okay, the radial decoupler exploded. That's fine. Oh shoot, we're slowing down drastically. We need to fire up these engines. I thought we had the high thrust engine, but we don't. I need to stop monologuing while I'm flying, otherwise like something bad will happen and I won't be there to respond to it. Anyway, I want 2 engineers because you need them to use the mining equipment, and there will be at least 2 sets of mining equipment. One on the thing that's refueling the ascent vehicle, and one on the thing that's going to explore everywhere. Then of course I want at least 2 pilots as well, and then that leaves 2 extra. If you want to be an astronaut on this mission, comment below, and I'll see what I can do. Or if you have any suggestions for names for any of the vehicles, like I still haven't gotten a name suggestion for the ascent vehicle, and that's something I really need. Yeah, we're not getting to orbit, are we? Can we even keep our vertical speed? Like, no, we can't. This was a failure. I'm just going to try and slap more fuel on this stage because it has plenty of thrust and hope it works. Okay, launch attempt to... there's people in it, never mind. Okay, launch attempt number 3, there's no one in it. And we have more fuel, and I'm going to do my best to keep it more stable because we lost, like, I want to say at least 100 meters per second in that tumble. And maybe we'll try and go steeper upwards. So yeah, I'm open to naming the astronauts after subscribers. And I'm open to suggestions from the subscribers for like vehicles. I'm not going to name the vehicles after like subscribers or anything. But yeah, I'd prefer the names to be epic rather than silly. Although some of the smaller stuff like the paramotor, we can have silly names for that. Okay. Oh, we're going to flip, we're going to flip, we're going to flip, we're going to flip, we're going to flip. Okay. If we're going to flip, we can embrace it and try and come back out the other side stronger. And we're going to run into fuel before we stop this rotation. Okay. But I think we've got it. And I'll extend these solar panels because they're our only electrical source. And 120 by 120 kilometer orbit. Create node in T-minus 1 year. And the alarm was created. Alright. So I have a year to get everything else put up, which isn't a problem since it's sandbox mode. Okay, I'm back. It's night again, and I built this off camera. So this is the rover that will hopefully be able to transport the crew around Eve. Unfortunately, it's quite a bit longer than I originally anticipated. Originally, I kind of just envisioned it as just these 2, but I also needed a place to control it from, a place to store like the batteries and whatnot, and then I wanted it to be aerodynamic, which isn't strictly necessary, but why not? So it might be like not maneuverable, so I might have to rebuild it. But anyway, this is the first driving test. Oh, I forgot to add the solar panels. I mean, I have these fuel tanks right here. I could make it fuel cell powered. Oh, help, I'm about to crash into R&D. And I'm spinning out, help. Okay, oh. Well, it can take a beating and not fall over, I guess. That's one positive. I don't know why, but this just gives me flashbacks of the era before motorized wheels. Between point 15 until point 19 came out, you had airplane wheels, but no like powered rover wheels. So people would take these rovers with airplane wheels and send them to like Minmus or something and use RCS to move around. And because EVA seats weren't a thing yet, they'd have like ladders on the side for Kerbals to grab onto. I don't know why I'm reminiscing about this era. I wasn't a part of it. The first version I played was point 19, and there's not a lot of good places I can put these without covering up the hatches. It'll charge faster on Eve because of the more sun. One of the major things I need to test about this thing is its uphill performance. This is not promising. Like how it's slow, it's accelerating up a 5 degrees slope. Can I turn traction control all the way up on these? Oh, did I turn brakes on by accident? Oh yeah, putting traction control all the way up is definitely helping. Of course, there's probably some downside I haven't figured out yet because wheels and Kerbal are still black magic. So basically, my current plan is, I don't know how far I'm going to have to drive this on Eve. So I'm going to try and get to those mountains over there and try and climb one of them just to prove that this can do mountains. I mean, granted, I'm never going to encounter anything like that on Eve, but best to stress test it. Update. The rover appears to be stable at 2 times physics warp. but 3 is very iffy. I'm not brave enough to go 4. Oh man, did you see that? I just cleanly flipped over. I didn't break any. That's why we don't go to 3. Of course, the wheels are broken now. Do you need spare parts to fix wheels now? Repair 2 kits required. I can't just repair wheels infinitely now. That's disappointing. So I can stick these on the back, and I don't have to feel guilty about part clipping because there's nothing in this tank. EVA repair kit. So I have 12 in each one, and there's 4 of them. So I have 48 patch kits, which is enough to repair 24 wheels, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 16 wheels, so I have enough to repair every wheel 1.5 times over. I'm not sure if that'll be enough. I don't want to like drive the solid wood like near the mountains again, so I'm just gonna be a Kerbal and strap some boosters to it. Okay, so this is probably one of the dumber things I've designed on this channel, but is it gonna work? Yeah, it looks like I can control it. This is the fastest this rover will ever go. I mean, apart from like traveling through space at 10 kilometers a second. I'm just something about this is just really funny. I think this is going to be my thumbnail for this video. Roll and then ditch. They should fly away to centrifugal force. Okay, I've already broken 1 wheel somehow. So I can test repairing. And then that's a good landing site because that's at the foot of the hills. Alright. Parachutes should probably be deployed about now. And nothing else broke. Can I repair it if it's there? Oh, this part needs 2 times 2. So do I have to have them in my inventory? If so, that's kind of whack. Oh, maybe that's why I'm not going very far, because I'm out of electricity. And I'm sliding down the hill, even when I'm with max brake. So I didn't fix the wheels. Or maybe it's just that I chose a 45-degree slope. Okay, note to self, this slope is too much. To be fair, I'd be utterly terrified going up a slope like this too, so yeah, I think I was asking a bit too much for this rover. Plus this mountain is much more intense than anything we'd have to do on Eve. And I blew up a solar panel. Oh, and now my wheels are bent out of shape because of that. You know what? The rover's fine. I'll just babysit it on Eve. Yep, I'm really just gonna be like, good enough. Oh, I forgot to start recording for the takeoff. Anyway, this is the launch vehicle I built for the rover. It's the idea. These 2 will get to orbit and most of the way to Eve. I forgot to add fins. Anyway, so as I was saying, these 2 stages will get into orbit. The center stage will get part of the way to Eve, and the nuclear stage will do everything else because it has something like 3 kilometers per second of delta V. That's enough to get it the rest of the way to Eve, into Eve orbit, and hopefully slow enough that nothing on the rover explodes. Okay, I'm gonna roll and then use the centrifugal force to ditch him because I have no separation motors on this time. Like, I put so much thought into like the ascent vehicle and everything else to just like throw it together good enough. I think I'm going to take the fairing with me all the way to Eve in case like it provides a little bit of heat protection. Oh, I just realized, never mind. There's no decoupler there. I'll take it anyway just to watch the fireworks. And we be in orbit. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do for this. I could maybe have the ends be these engine adapters. And then of course I want an ISRU module, battery, a drill. I need radiators. I can stick the paramotor right here and then just drop it out. That's why the drill is sideways. I really only need 1 engineer in here. Oh, I need an ore tank. Or scanner. These are pretty heavy, but whatever. This is a heavy rover. These are to give me a good space to put these solar panels. That isn't the prettiest looking thing, but it should get the job done. Rover. I need a ladder. That's low enough to reach the ground. I can do that, and then I can do that, that, and then I can walk up. Yeah, alright. That should work. Oh no, I'm gonna need a ton of patch kits for this, won't I? Putting an antenna inside of a cargo bay isn't realistic, but this is Kerbal Space Program. If you want realism, go play RP1. Vroomity vroom vroom vroom. And you can do the trick where you just go left, right, left, right. Left, right, left, right, in order to basically attain ridiculous speeds with these wheels. Up, 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 up. That is not. No bueno. Another test. Can it refuel the ascent vehicle? And if so, how fast? And will the claw cause it to glitch out and delete from reality? Okay, I just realized I forgot to take off the disaster engine from last time. But basically, I'm going to take this and land it somewhere, mostly out of fuel, and see how long it takes to refuel it. Because the rover's over there. I don't need it anywhere like specifically near, but like it'd be great if it was somewhat near. Easy does it. Easy does. Oh, my side boosters ran out. Okay, and we didn't fall over. I will just have to sit here. Oh, did I accidentally break it? Oh, okay. I guess I'll have to land again. Okay, we good. And we have roughly half the fuel. Then we can switch to this thing. Oh, I can still see the smoke. That's cool. I've never seen the landing smoke from far away before. So now, this is the sketchiest part of the whole thing, using the claw, which is black magic, and I wouldn't be surprised if it does have officially finished the game without fixing it. Yep, I was right. Okay, what if we're going really slow? Drum roll? Will it glitch out and kill everything? Haha, it's working now. Extend the radiators. These are going to clip into the surface, aren't they? Yeah, they are. So I need to fix that. They're just lifting this end off the ground. Yeah, and they're breaking. I can deploy the drill. Start liquid fuel and oxidizer. Start service harvester and see how long it takes to refuel the vessel. 3 days, but it's half full, so 6 days, and if I only get 3% on ore, it'd be like 20 days, but that's fine. Okay, can I get a refit without exploding? Yes, I can. Fantastic. Except now it's just sitting on the ground for some reason. Oh. This is a debris. It's separated. What I will do is I will attach a couple docking ports to the rover, and then I know because like the wheel suspension will change what height they're at, I'll just use the new EVA construction tool to attach them while I'm at Eve. Although I know that could be kind of buggy too. Clampetron docking ports. One of which I can use to decouple the paramotor. That'll be fine. And stick it in there. You know what? What if I just brought two? I mean, I have the space. I could have like a paramotor race. Of course, it'd be hard controlling both at the same time, but that'd be cool having two paramotors flying around Eve, and I have a spare for 1 brakes. I'm gonna test this again. I haven't like fixed any. I'm going too fast. And okay, I think that worked. Somehow. There's nothing to like prove, like, cause like you know, if I release this, this is still fine, so it has a chance of being fine on Eve. Wrong way. I just backed right into the. And it's still safe, so I did it twice with the vehicle being completely fine. Then to test the dropping of the paramotors. And see if Jeb can get in them. I should test the ladders here too. How do I, oh, that's a problem. I have to get over here so I can climb. Really can't climb right there because otherwise I'll just grab the ladder because the keys for board and for grab and climb are the same thing. And then I can go down here, extend this ladder, and there, voila, perfect. And I just need to get far enough to get out from under here so I can use the VTOL mode. Look at this, it's gonna be like what we have on Eve, what we're gonna have on Eve. Oh, I get it. It's because thing is, I don't think the action groups transferred over in the sub-assemblies, so I get to redo them. Yay me. Unless I just... You know what, I'll just do it on... I'll just deal with it on Eve. So now I'm gonna test landing. That could have gone better. And I'm gonna test getting back in the ship. Okay, that was a bit weird, but whatever, it'll work. And we are in. Okay, that was a bit weird, but let's ship it to Eve. It'll work. Okay, I've built something that should have enough oomph. And I accidentally put Val in it. So instead of reverting, I'm just gonna... This thing is huge! Don't stand underneath the nozzles, Valentina. Oh, I accidentally left Jeb over here in the prototype version. Alright. Is this enough thrust? Barely. I should have added more thrust. I'm gonna roll to ditch them, because I don't have any set motors. There goes that. So he's gonna burn out at uneven times, but let's just keep it going, just why not? Okay, I'll cut off and deal with my fuel situation at the moment. So all of these should still be full, and these should still be decent. So I want to get all the fuel out of this one and into those two. Then, because this one is basically empty, I can ditch this one, so now it's kind of even. And now I just need to try and get equal fuel in these two. I can ditch this too. Close enough. The oxidizer need to go roughly 500. Close enough. Okay. So this should burn out at roughly the same time now. Anyway, 1 kilometer per second plus 4 kilometers per second in that stage. Yeah, it should be enough. If I'm careful. Oh, I just realized something. I forgot parachutes. Behold, the parachute delivery van. So basically, I've got this SRB stage, Terrier stage, and then a Spark stage. It should be foolproof. I've said that before, and it hasn't ever been. I love that. Can I still save it? I'm betting on no, but there's a chance. If I'd stopped laughing earlier, maybe there would have been a better chance. Okay, I ditched that. And light that engine. I'm still slowing it. Alright, let's just restart that. Okay, parachute delivery van, take 2.
Doesn't sound too bad. Now hold it down a lot more.
I don't think I broke anything on the vehicle itself. And I still have this engine, so I should be fine. But wow, well broke. The Terrier engine, the fuel tank, and yeah, that's it. That's what I get for trying to watch YouTube while I'm rendezvousing. I just realized Bill is the first person in orbit in this entire program, and it was basically because of a mistake. So I need to get in here, preferably on the top of the rover, and place some parachutes down. I don't know how many I'll need, so I brought 14. Oh, and I covered the entire top of these with solar panels, so there's nowhere to put the parachutes. You can go there. You can go there. And one thing I am a bit alarmed about is that this parachute configuration will have received exactly 0 testing. But you know, I've gotten away with having not tested things before. I also have not gotten away with not testing things before. And there's 4 more, but I don't think I'll need them. I'm winging it, but to be fair, that's going to be a lot more entertaining for you guys when everything starts going wrong. So let's wing it! Whee! Okay, there's too many parachutes. This is taking too long. EVA unavailable. Why is... Wait. So on a time warp, I can't EVA. That's interesting. So let's just get out of here. Whee! I wonder if I could survive just face planting into the ocean. So I'm gonna quick save. I can't quick save, so I'm not gonna risk it. Or am I? Whee! And there's just the thing, and I can't... Oh, it's passing the moon. That's so cool. Anyway, so we have all 3 of the main base things done, and they're in orbit, ready to go to Eve. I think that's a good end point for this episode, so thank you for watching, and Ultimate Steve out.